And here's another one I predicted earlier is Jeremiah Brown going from Jackson State to Colorado. If you listen to my other video that I talked about which players would possibly leave Jackson State to go to Colorado, he was one of my guys as a sleeper. He's a young guy coming in, played as a freshman, and he is a monster coming off that end. He is a dog. 6'2", 225 pounds. Brown was listed as linebacker on Jackson State roster. He served more as an edge rusher, either a stand-up outside linebacker rushing in a 3-4 type scheme, or his hand in the dirt with 4 down linemen. He's one of those guys who can come off and really put pressure on the quarterback. In 20 games of action as a true freshman and a sophomore at Jackson State, Brown recorded 52 tackles, 11 for loss, 7 sacks, and he had 3 fumble involvements. He also participated on special teams for the Tigers and had a blocked field goal against Southern this past season. Brown was a 3-star prospect coming out of Lincoln High School in Florida in 2021. He chose to sign with Jackson State over other schools. Reported offers included Florida Atlantic, which he did commit to before decommitting to go to Jackson State, Florida A&M, Marshall, Southern Miss, Toledo, and Troy in Alabama. Brown will have 3 years to play 2 with the Buffaloes. In other words, he could possibly even redshirt. Brown becomes the 6th former Tiger to announce his move from Jackson to Boulder, joining two-way star Travis Hunter, of course, quarterback Shedeur Sanders, of course, offensive lineman Big Tyler Brown, safety Cam Run, Silman Craig, and even the kicker Alejandro Mata. Now, if you listen to my prediction previously, I said that Jeremiah Brown was one of those guys going into the Celebration Bowl, could be on the bubble to go to Colorado with Coach Prime, depending on how he played in this game. Well, he eventually got himself ejected from the Celebration Bowl after playing well, but he hit the guy late a couple times and he was eventually ejected. But prior to that, he played very well throughout the whole season. He's a young guy, true sophomore. So I think the coaching staff saw what any good coaching staff should have seen looking at this guy, evaluating this guy, is that his upside is through the roof. His potential is through the roof. Why not bring him in and see if he can rush the passer? Rushing the passers come at a premium. They're like kickers. You can't find them everywhere. When you find one, you got to hold on to them. You don't get rid of good talent like that. So I think Coach Nick Williams, Coach A. Hart got together. They evaluated the film. Coach A. Hart probably vouched for him and said, hey, man, this would be a great guy for your defensive line, and even the lineup as a linebacker, as an outside rusher. This spring semester begins at Colorado on January the 17th, and that's when the sparks will be flying and the pass will be coming on soon after that. Congrats to the Colorado coaching staff for making these great moves. We'll see how everything pans out in Boulder with these guys coming from Jackson State. Let me know what you think, man. Leave a like, subscribe, comment. I think it's about to see you in a year.